The holidays are fun, and I've had a great time this season. And today being Christmas, the family party's done, the kiddos have gotten their presents and are all off to bed. It's time for me to open my present. Yesterday, UPS dropped this on my doorstep, and I figured it would be a perfect time to wait to open it to tonight on Christmas and take a look at the present I bought for myself. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to unbox and take a first look at the Rep Fitness Stainless Steel Power Bar EX. I've heard a lot of really good things about this bar. I've been waiting to add a new bar to my gym. Now's the time, so let's take a look. Rep did a decent job of packing this bar. The end caps were screwed and wired in. The sleeves were protected with foam. However, the tube was a little thinner than I would like, and it was cracked and open in a couple of different places. I've got the bar out of the packaging. I've wiped it down, got the protective oil off, and a couple of real quick first thoughts. First of all, the color is beautiful. I've got a few different color barbells in my assortment over here, and of all of the bars that I own and all the bars that I've seen, I like this color the best. I know it's kind of a silly thing to like about a barbell, but it's this really cool gunmetal gray color. Because the bar is stainless steel from end to end, other stainless steel bars, they're stainless on the shaft, but they are hard chrome on the sleeves, so it gives them kind of a two-tone look, which looks kind of cool, I guess, but this one being stainless from end to end has this solid kind of gunmetal gray color, which is just beautiful. If I had to pick one color for a barbell, I think this would be it. The second thing I noticed right off the bat, which is why you buy the Power Bar EX, is the aggressive knurl. The knurl is real nice. It's very aggressive. It's not sharp to the point where it's going to hurt you, but it gives great grip, and that kind of leads into why I actually bought this bar. Typically when people ask me about buying a bar for their home gym, my first recommendation is always most home gym owners only need one barbell. And that's true in 90 to 95% of the cases out there. You can get away with, if you buy a nice barbell, you only need one. And the first thing that I'll say about this is I didn't need another bar. I wanted to set myself a training goal, and I wanted to give myself an award or a reward for hitting that training goal, which I did. And that reward was I allowed myself to buy another bar. And what I wanted was, I've really been working on my deadlifts. And the bars that I have don't have a real aggressive knurl. They're more of a little bit more passive than this one. And that allows me to use them for all types of lifts without any issues. This bar with an aggressive knurl is specifically, well, I'll use it for a lot of different lifts. I'm going to use it for deadlifting. So I wanted something for deadlifting, and this really fit the bill. I also really wanted a stainless steel bar. There's three reasons why you might want a stainless steel bar. Number one, I've kind of already mentioned, is the looks. It really looks amazing. It's a real pretty bar, and again, while it doesn't have a lot to do with it, liking what you have will make you use it more often. So I think that's an important quality. The second thing is corrosion resistance. Stainless steel is going to be the single most resistant to corrosion bar that you can buy. And for those of you that live in a humid climate, those of you that live in a hot climate, places where you have a lot of moisture in the air, people on the coast where there's salt in the air, having a stainless steel bar is going to save you a lot of time and effort in maintenance and cleaning over the years. It's also going to last you a lot longer and keep its looks longer than most other bar finishes would keep their looks. The last thing about a stainless steel bar is the stainless steel and a bare steel bar are really the only two bar finishes that you can get where the knurl is cut directly into the metal and there's nothing between your hand and the knurl. So the feel that you get when you grip an all stainless bar or a solid steel bar is different than you get if you have a bar with a finish. If you have a bar with chrome or zinc or Cerakote or any number of the other types of finishes that are out there, there's something between the actual raw metal and your hands. And believe it or not, you can actually feel that. There's just a different, kind of a more aggressive, more raw feel when you grab a bar that's stainless steel or raw steel. And bare steel, the opposite of stainless steel, isn't going to last real long at all. It's always going to corrode. It's going to corrode real fast. It's going to need a lot of maintenance. Even in dry climates, a bare steel bar is going to corrode pretty quickly. So if you want the feel of the bare metal in your hands, you want something that's corrosion resistant, and you want something that just looks cool, stainless steel is really the right choice. And those are three big reasons why this bar is sitting in my garage gym right now. I've let you know my first impressions, what I think of the look overall and the color and the feel, but let's take a quick tour of the bar from end to end so you can see all the details. Starting at the end of the bar, we've got a pretty nice end cap down here. It is finished real nicely, and it is held in with dual snap rings, which usually you only see one, so it's kind of cool to see two there. It'll keep that in securely for you. Not that they ever come out, but that is kind of a cool feature. Moving along to the sleeves, one of the things I really like about this bar is it is a smooth sleeve. It doesn't have any of the rings or the grooves in it like you'll see on a lot of the Rogue bars. I think that makes it harder to put the plates on and off, and makes a funny noise a lot of people don't like, but I really love when a bar has a smooth sleeve. I think it really facilitates putting the weights on and off the bar smoothly and quickly. So I do like that feature of this bar a lot. It's got a medium-sized shoulder, so it's wide enough to keep the plates off of the side of the power rack when you're lifting. One of the things that anybody who's squatted inside of a rack knows, when those plates hit the uprights of the power rack, that's no fun. So having a little bit of a shoulder on here helps with that. It's not too big to limit the size of the sleeve, and the sleeve itself is 16¼ inches from here to here, so that'll hold a good number of plates for you. Moving along, here you'll see one of the 3 bushings on the inside here. Let me get that in focus, and you notice the spin on this is a little tight right now. I assume that's going to break in over time, but it's really perfect for powerlifting. And one thing that you'll really notice here that I like a lot is there is not a lot of play here. Moving this back and forth, this does not move at all. I know on a lot, especially on Rogue, I'll notice that these sleeves are oftentimes a little bit looser than I'd like, make a ton of noise when you drop the bar on a deadlift or something, whereas this is really, really solid. So I do like that a lot. You'll notice the knurl goes all the way up to the bushing, which on some bars there's a little bit of an end there. For me, that doesn't make a difference, but I know that some folks grip all the way out to the end of the bar, so if you're wondering about that, it does go out there. Here you can see the knurl, and it's what's called a mountaintop knurl. So it's real similar to the volcano knurl that you'll see on the Rogue bars, but they just don't take the tops of those little points off. It's not sharp enough to cut me, but it is noticeably sharp. So when I do grip it, what you'll see is that it does leave an imprint pretty quickly. So you'll notice that that's a real nice, and that's the whole point of buying this bar. This is an aggressive knurl bar. That's the whole point of buying this bar. If you don't like this aggressive knurl, Rep does make a stainless steel power bar where they do take the tops off of those, and it is a more passive knurl. So all the great features of this bar without that aggressive knurl you can get in their stainless steel power bar. The next thing that you'll notice here is the where the power ring is. Now that is an IPF 32-inch single ring, so that'll be nice for your hand spacing. One thing that I did notice that I'm not a huge fan of, but it is a total nitpick and it's just a personal thing, is you'll notice where the knurl ends here, where the knurl ends here is a little different. Now it's not sloppy or anything like that like you'll see on a lot of bars, but it's not consistent from one to the next. And in fact, when I move down here, what you'll see over here, that this is even yet again a little bit different. And then when you come over here, again a little bit different. So in fact, it gets a little shallow here in the end. So that's one thing that I noticed about this particular bar and Rep's knurling, is at the end of the knurl where it meets the smooth part of the shaft, it's not as nice as some other bars. American Barbell in particular does an amazing job at that. Has nothing to do with the functionality of this bar at all. It won't affect your lifting at all. It's just a little aesthetic nitpick that I have that I did notice. And then another nice thing is that the center knurl, sometimes you'll notice in the power bars that the center knurl is more passive than the other knurl, and it's not. It's actually the same aggressive knurl in the center. When you put this bar on your back, that knurl does definitely grip your shirt nicely, which is why you would want a nice aggressive knurl in the center. So that's the bar. As you can see, there's a lot of cool features of this bar. And while this won't be a full review, I'll post a full review down the road once I've trained with this for 6 to 12 months. I never really want to do reviews for you guys of anything that I haven't actually used quite a bit. think it's kind of silly to get the product and open it up out of the box and do a review out of the way when you haven't actually used it. So again, not a full review, but let me give you a few things that I really like off the bat. Number one, it's an all stainless bar, and I think I went over that at the beginning, but that to me, if you're gonna buy a bar, and really if you buy it right, you only have to buy one bar for your home gym. It'll last you a lifetime. The best way to make sure that it lasts and the best way to make sure that it stays nice over time is to go with stainless steel. This is one of the few bars out there that are stainless steel from end to end. The sleeves are stainless, the shaft is stainless. That's a really nice combination to have when you're talking about durability and looks. It's also one of the least expensive bars out there that have that construction quality. Most bars, when you look at them, they're stainless steel. Even the stainless steel shaft with the hard chrome sleeves are more expensive than this bar by Rep. So as far as the value goes, you really can't beat the value of this bar. A couple other things I really like. As I mentioned in the walkthrough of the bar, I really like the smooth sleeves. I don't like the ridged sleeves. So sliding weights on and off, and I've trained with this just a couple of times at this point, sliding the weights on and off is really easy. They go on and off really nicely. That's not always the case when you have the ridged sleeves, so that's another really nice thing that I like right off the bat. Also, the sleeves don't have a lot of play. They don't rattle, they don't shake, they don't move a lot. Now that may break in and change over time, which is one of the reasons I want to wait to do a full review. But out of the box, the spin, the quality of the bushings, and the lack of play in the sleeves is something that I'm really impressed with and that I really like. A couple of the things that I wish were different. Number one, and I'm going to do a separate video about this because Rep Fitness, through the process of buying this bar, really actually impressed me quite a bit. When the bar first showed up, there were some problems, and I'll show you again in another video what those were, but I really wish that Rep had packed this a little bit better than they did. I've given them that feedback, and they seem really open to that feedback, and hopefully they'll change that up, but the packaging, when you get a bar from Rogue or you get a bar from American Barbell or some of these other bigger companies, they seem to be packaged a little bit better, so I wish the packaging was better on this. Also, a little bit of nitpick, and I pointed this out when we did the bar walkthrough, is the way that the knurl comes to an end has zero effect on how the bar works, but it is something just aesthetically that I wish was just a little bit different. So it's a little bit of a nitpick for me. I'll show you a comparison in another video when I'm going to make a video about the different types of knurl on bars, and I'll show you what I mean specifically of a great bar. But where the knurl ends and how it ends, I wish was a little bit different, but again, won't have anything to do with how the bar works or how it functions for me. Other than that, that's my first impressions. I'll have a full review for you, like I said, in 6 to 12 months. I'm looking forward to training with this bar. Like I said, I've lifted with it a few times already, and I'm really looking forward to lifting with it more, especially deadlifts. The grip on this bar is phenomenal. I really like the knurl for that, so I'm looking forward, like I said, to training with that. Even though I haven't had this bar for very long, and I'm going to post another review down the road, I do want to give you a little bit of a tip here or there for whether or not you should buy this bar. I would tell you that if you need a first barbell, something that's going to serve you for an all-around bar, this probably isn't it. I've got a few suggestions. Actually, if you go to gymcrafter.com/gear, you'll see all my recommended gear there. But as far as barbells go, if you're looking for a great all-around barbell, I've got a few different recommendations. First of all, if you want stainless steel, Rep Fitness makes a stainless steel power bar. It's a little bit less aggressive of a knurl, which would make it better for an all-around, all-purpose bar suitable for all types of lifts. That would make a great bar if you're looking for stainless steel, but don't want quite as an aggressive knurl as this particular bar has. Also, the California bar by American Barbell, another fantastic all-around barbell. Their knurling is a little bit less aggressive than this. They make a fantastic bar. I've got one of their bars here, which is the next one I'll recommend. Another great all-around bar. A third option for you if you're looking for a little bit lower price, but still a fantastic bar, and I own this bar, is the Grizzly Power Bar by American Barbell. And I'll put links to all of these bars down below so that you can see them and check them out. But I think that makes an excellent all-around bar as well. So why would you get this one? If you've already got a nice all-around bar, but you're looking for something suitable for specificity as far as deadlifts and squats go, the aggressive knurl in this bar really suits itself well to those types of lifts. The larger shaft diameter, the aggressive knurl, the way that the sleeves work. I think this is a great bar for those two particular lifts, deadlifts and squats. Not that you can't do all the other lifts with them. You definitely can. But I think that with the type of knurl, it's probably not ideal for most home gym owners as a primary bar. So I would pick this up if you're looking for a secondary bar, or if you've got a nice level of callousing on your hands and you lift a lot and you just like an aggressive knurl, this might make a good primary bar. I don't know that it would for most people, but if you like those things, this would be a really good choice for you. So in those situations, I'd say go with this bar as your primary bar. If you're looking for a secondary bar, definitely a great choice here. And the last thing that I'll point out, which I've pointed out already, this is probably hands down the best value in a high-end barbell on the market right now. Regardless of what you think of the knurl, or regardless of what you think of anything else, if you're looking for a high-end, really well-made, stainless steel from end to end power bar, you just can't get one at a better value than the Rep Fitness. Again, I'll put a link down below so you can check out its current pricing and availability, but you're just not going to find a better deal. So if you're in the market for an all stainless steel power bar and you want something on a nicer, higher end level, this is definitely the right choice. That's it for this video. Thanks for spending some time with me. I'm really looking forward to training with this barbell. I love coming into the garage gym every day and training, and it makes it even that much more fun when you've got a new piece of gear to play with. So I'm really looking forward to giving this thing a workout. I'll definitely come back and give you a full review. So until next time, I'm Tim with Gym Crafter. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, all the other stuff that all the YouTubers out there say to do, and I'll be back soon with another video.